Hey there, folks. Welcome to our Tuesday Game Reviews live stream. Let me know how my audio is, because I know we had a problem with the audio last time. It shouldn't be like crazy echoey or anything like that, but I want to make sure that it's loud enough. And while we do that, I'm going to start the Twitch stream. So it is Friday, 1:07, p.m. Eastern Time. And happy Labor Day weekend to folks in the U.S. Sounds good, says Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. And thanks to all the people already here. We have a few people here, including the Pirate Gamer Boy, E.C. Myers Vids, and Matthew. And Matthew Hennigan. And yeah, we're here to play this game today, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I'll talk a little bit about it. First of all, again, happy Labor Day. The reason why I'm streaming now, it's the middle of the day here in New Jersey, is two reasons. One, I was about to start streaming last night, and then there was a medical emergency in my house, and I had to go to the hospital. Not me, I'm okay, but everybody's okay, actually. But I was in the hospital like several hours, and that sort of killed the buzzkill for the stream. And I'm off from work today, so thanks to Labor Day weekend. So between those two things, we're going to stream now. Got this really cool game, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is the Atari 8-bit version. You can see the sticker over there. And a little bit about this game. First of all, this, for people who don't know, because some people obviously do know, the Pirate Gamer Boy says this is one of the few legit discs I have my Apple II. Also, he's Leather Goddesses of Phobos and Apple II as well. And E.C. Myers Vid says, don't forget your towel. Obviously, he's a Hitchhiker's fan, or he or she is a Hitchhiker's fan. I'm assuming he from the icon. Actually, they are a Hitchhiker's fan. I'm not sure if you played the game, though. And Matthew also says, don't panic, so we see another Hitchhiker's fan. Again, may not have played the game, but Matthew says, classic game, excellent series of books. All right, so he has played it. First of all, this game is by legendary company Infocom, which was like one of the greatest developers of games back in the days. They mostly made text adventures. This game, the question for Pirate Gamer Boy is, what is this game and Leather Goddesses of Phobos have in common? And the answer is, they were both developed primarily by the great Steve Moretsky, who, in my opinion, is still the greatest adventure game designer of all time. And that's a tough, there's obviously a crowded room there of people. Like, my favorite adventure game of all time is actually Day of the Tentacle by the great Tim Schafer. And he's done some great ones, including like Full Throttle and, Grim Fandango and whatnot. But Steve Moretsky's been a little more prolific, and, he just, out of the gate had a lot of really great games. And this is one of them, Hitchhiker's Guide, which was done actually in collaboration with Douglas Adams, the guy who wrote the Hitchhiker's Guide series. And they both include neat things in the box, you're correct. E.C. Myers hasn't played the game yet. All right, so you'll see it soon, hopefully. And I do want to show you the box because, so this is the style of Infocom boxes they used to make. But first of all, what I was saying before was, Douglas Adams, the guy that wrote the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, originally was a radio drama, then became a book series. There was it's like 4 books, and then there was a 5th one where it sort of ends on a weird note, and then unfortunately he died while he was writing the next one, and then someone else finished it. I haven't read that. I've only stuck with the classic stuff. It went from a radio drama to a series of books. There's been a couple of movies as well, and also a computer game. And Douglas Adams didn't just lend the license; he actually was actively involved in making the game. Although it's sort of like known, like legendary almost, that he was very tough to pin down. Like they had to sort of kidnap him and lock him in a room for a week and get him to actually work on it. Otherwise, he was trying to do all sorts of other stuff. All these Infocom games, all these classic gray box games, as they call them, came in this, gray box, as they want to say it. But it's not really, it's an interesting box. So, first of all, it opens up like a book. And it has inside what they called a browsie. That was the fan term, I guess. Where there's some stuff you can, very shiny, yeah. There's some stuff you can this is basically some stuff to get you in the spirit of the game. It's like an ad for the Hitchhiker's Guide. It can be yours for less than 30 Altarian dollars per day, it says. And, here's a picture of the Hitchhiker's Guide. It looks like a calculator. And And then there's operators are standing by. If you can see this, operators are standing by, and then if you go past that, there's the actual instructions and things like that. Then when you open this all the way, then after all this manual stuff, there's a tray that lifts up, and I can lift it up here. And then inside the box is all sorts of cool things. So, what does this come with? First of all, it comes with a pair of peril-sensitive sunglasses. They should include the first novel's a strategy guide. They probably should have. Peril-sensitive sunglasses. So, if you, the idea is, if you're if you're in danger, the glasses sense it and they automatically get dark. So this way, you can't see the danger anymore. So maybe you'll get eaten by the ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl, but at least you won't know it's going to come. So hopefully you die a little bit more relaxed. And the ones that come in the box are not exactly real peril sensitive sunglasses. They're just basically black cardboard that you can't see through, but they look sort of cool, right? I mean, like someone clipped this. I mean, that's the peril sensitive stuff. Yeah, play the game with those on the whole time. It's not going to happen. It also comes with a "Don't Panic" button. So if you remember the book, it's the Hitchhiker's Guide was a "Don't Panic" on it. So you can clip this onto your shirt if you want while you're playing the game, and you can remember not to panic. So I have that here now. So it's turned, but don't panic, whatever. It also comes with a piece of fluff because, you'll see in the game there's lots of fluff that is really important to the game for some reason. There's like pocket fluff and carpet fluff and, satchel fluff and stuff like that. Handbag fluff. What's my folder here? I don't know who it is. I am not answering it. Goodbye. Okay, and then it comes also with a microscopic space fleet. Yeah, exactly. All these games back in the day, E.C. Meyer's vids were like these collector's editions, except way better. You know why? Because every single collector's edition nowadays comes with the same crap. It's like a soundtrack, and you get a sticker, and you get maybe like a little figurine, and you get like a pin, but it's like all the same garbage. These guys tried to put stuff in that actually like made you feel like more immersed in the game, so to speak. So again, a microscopic space fleet, because there's one of those in the game, so we got a package of that as well. Obviously, there's nothing really in there, but we can pretend there is. There's an order for the demolition of our home, which apparently was on display in the city council archives for many months, but we never bothered to go look at it. And then there is a similar order for destruction of the Earth that the Vogons apparently put like on the planning department Alpha Centauri. So it's the same. It's a joke. Like that's one of the jokes of the book is like your house gets destroyed by the city, and then the Earth gets destroyed by these other guys also making a highway basically. So that's like one of the jokes of the book. This is the normal. Yeah, exactly. This was the normal. This was it. This is what everybody got. And I think the retail price of this was like maybe $40. It wasn't super expensive. And there's other paperwork in here, like there's a reference card. And then here's the disc. Now, the interesting thing about this disc, this is the Atari version. And I think there were a couple different Atari versions. This stream you spent a ton of money. No, it will not. So this is side one. See here, Atari side one. Here's side two. Now the way this is supposed to work is you load up side one, and then when it tells you it's done, then you turn it over and you put in side two. The Atari drives basically the main Atari drives couldn't read two sides at the same time. You had to flip the disc over. Now the problem is, this is a side note for preservationists. Yeah, it looks exactly like your disc. PC drives can do that too, but they need to have two index holes. This thing over here is an index hole. If it tells the drive there's a disc in there, if it actually needs to be able to see the disc through the hole. And if you flip this over to side two, there's no index hole on the other side, on this side, so therefore the disc can't read it, and you can't do it in a PC drive. And Apple, same thing with Apple II drive. So PC drives need another index hole, otherwise you can't flip it over. So I had to get a special. Basically, the only way to do this without having an actual Atari is to get a CryoFlux with a special flippy disk drive mod to let it be able to read the second side even though there's no index hole. Or the other way to do it is you can make a hole in the disk and then it'll work. But people don't like to cut apart I don't like. Some people don't like to cut apart the discs and make a hole in it. I'm much more concerned that I'll accidentally miss the jacket and actually cut a hole in the actual disc, and then it'll be done. Hey J-Rock, how's it going, man? So, one thing I will say is that I had a tough time reading the disc. I did get a read off the disc. I'm not sure if it's a perfect read. I know side 1 works perfectly. I know side 2 works, but I haven't played the game all the way through to the end, and I'll show you in a second why that's a problem. So, hold on while I boot it up. First, I'm going to put all this stuff away. I'll leave my Don't Panic, button on here. I should leave the glasses on too, like someone said. All right, let's see. I don't think this is going to work. Where's my... Hold on a second. Okay, here's the tray. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? This might work against the Ravenous Bug Bladder Beast of Trawl, because, hey Ninja, the Ravenous Bug Bladder Beast of Trawl is so stupid that he thinks that if you can't see it, that he also can't see you. So if he sees you wearing these and he's smart enough to know that you can't see it, then he might think that he can't see you either. So that might work, but I'm not sure about that. All right. Anyway, sounds great. Okay, good. All right. So let's put the side 1 of the disc in. This is Altera, the emulator, and let's boot it up. Attach disc, and let us reboot. The glorious Atari disk drive sound. Can you guys hear that? There's no other sound in this game, but I love hearing the disk drive. These sounds are loud. Never mind, sounds horrible. Hold on a second. Alright, lower the disk drive sounds for you guys. Don't worry. Oh, actually, there's plenty of disk drive sounds in the game. Alright, so the way it seems to work is... much better. Okay, good. The way it seems to work is the first side of the disc has all of the code to parse everything and the main game code, and then it loads the game itself off the second disc. So I'll put in the second disc. So it's basically playing the game off a virtual floppy disk. So every time you do something, it's going to try to read off the disc. So you will hear that noise. I happen to like the noise; it's very nostalgic for me. But I turned it down a little bit for you guys. You saw Juice? That's an interesting Cubert-like game. Where'd you see it? What are you talking about? Oh, you saw it in my list of things. I already love this. Okay, yeah, no, this is a good game. So I'm not gonna read all the words. I'm gonna explain what's going on as we do it. But I will say that I don't know if I'm for sure if I got a good read off side 2. So it's possible that at some point during this playthrough, the game will crash, and then we're probably gonna stop the stream if that happens, because I'm not gonna be able to fix it in time, so you guys will wait around. But we will play again at some point if that happens with a different disc or something. If I played this through before, not this disc. That's what I'm saying. I don't know for sure if this disc is working, 100%. But I have played the game before, and I could theoretically play the game with these glasses on. Except I could get pretty far if I could touch type properly. But that's not fun. I wasn't able to read it to you guys. Oh, by the way, one thing I was wondering is, does anybody speedrun text adventures? Does anybody go trying to type really fast and I erase the prompt? That's interesting. Okay, so anyway, the premise of this game is, hey, Bits and Glory, gotta be fast times, right? I mean, I'm just Peel must street do this. I don't know, but anyway, you wake up in the morning, you have a headache, you're hungover, it's pitch black, so I said get up because I erased the prompt. Get up. See, that's a load. Very difficult, but you manage it. The room is still spinning and dips and sways a little. Turn on light. So far, so good. If it crashes, I apologize. I hope it doesn't. I just don't know for sure. So, one second, sorry. Good start to the day. Pretty to be the worst one of your life. Here's your bedroom. Let's try to take all. But you can't do anything because you're so hungover that you can't pick up the telephone, you can't pick up the flathead screwdriver, you can't pick up the toothbrush, but you're able to pick up your gown. I guess since this is like England, you wear a dressing. I don't wear like a gown to sleep personally. The loading's kind of cool. Yeah, it is kind of cool. I agree. So wear a gown. As you notice something in the pocket, so open pocket. Open your gown reveals a thing your aunt gave you, which you don't know what it is. A buffered analgesic and pocket fluff. See, there's pocket fluff. Now, when I was a kid, I did not know what a buffered analgesic was. But apparently it's an aspirin. So, but it doesn't matter because I wrote like take analgesic, and I meant like take it with my hand, but it thinks you mean take it with your mouth. You swallow the tablet, the food begins to calm down, and your terrible headache goes away. Okay, now so I can pick up the stuff that I couldn't pick up before. Well, this is not original hardware either, E.C. Myers Vids, but it's as close as I can do. Telephone, you pick up the receiver, and then the dialing tone is cut off, and then you see an oak tree crashing down to the phone cable. Like, I got the screwdriver, I got the toothbrush. It's like, while you've got it, all right, so I brush teeth. Should you be taking more interest in the events of the world around you? Maybe. Congratulations, you're fine dental hygiene. Okay, let's go out. Now I'm on the front porch. This is the most that I've done on this disc. So, again, my score, by the way, is 10 points and 9 moves. I guess that's what that means at the top right. So let's get the mail. Let me save... Okay, let me not save the game like that. Let me save the game with the save state. Okay. Let me read the mail. That's the last command I entered before the stream. Many pieces of mail, mostly from some computer company called Infocom, which wants you to buy their games. But hidden underneath is an official letter from the local council dated some 2 years ago and inexplicably not delivered until now, explaining that demolition order has been served on your home. The date of demolition is today's date. That's not good. So now I'm in front of the house, and there's a big bulldozer coming. And, you would think, like, since you know the plot of this game, of the book, like, who cares about your house? The Earth's going to be destroyed soon anyway, so I should just be able to leave. But if you try to leave, what happens is the bulldozer destroys your house, and then a brick flies out and hits you on the head and you die. Hey, Ryan, how's it going, man? So you have to actually take care of this problem. And the only thing you could do, and this is, like, from the book, basically, this is, like, the one thing you get from the book, is you lie down in front of the bulldozer. I'm glad you dropped by, Ryan. You can there's not a lot of sound in this game, so you can just read it if you want while you're working. So Prosty says, "For Christ's sakes, move!" And then you keep waiting. And then the bulldozer stops because he doesn't want to kill you, basically. Now your friend Fort Prefect arrives. He hardly seems to notice your predicament. He seems to glance nervously at the sky. He says, "Hello, Arthur." He takes a towel from his battered leather satchel and offers it to you. Now, the towel he's returning to you because he borrowed it from you, and the towels are a very important Hitchhiker's Guide. If you take the towel, then he leaves right away, and then you lose because you need to go with him to get off the planet. So you don't want to take the towel. You want to say, basically, "Ford, what about my house?" It's not a house, it's a home. Footnote 2. What's footnote 2? Bob Dylan, 1969. Let's try it again. Ford, what about my home? So Ford looks startled and guilty. He starts to say something and stops, starts to say something else and stops. Suddenly you see the bulldozer for the first time, and he comes to a momentous decision, something of earth-shattering importance to tell you, and stresses. So now before he's going to leave you there to die, now he decides to take you with him. stressing the importance of a quick drink at the Horse and Groom. Porter's prosecutor saying that man wants to knock my house down. So he goes and talks with them. So now you have to wait. Z is the same as wait in Infocom. So they stop talking, and Ford says that Prosser's agreed to lie in your place so the two of you can go off to the pub. So this is like obviously like stupid, like idiot logic, but this is what happens in the book. Now I can take the towel. Like the game was like thinking about it for a long time. It's like, all right. Let me just save a game again. Shouldn't need to, but oops, I pressed load by accident. Oh, there was buffering. Why does it pop up that window in front of me when I do save state? I don't understand why it does that. Insert Stockholm appears on. Alright, so let's wait again. Ford urges you to follow Harley towards the country lane. So follow Ford. Okay. Oh no! Crap! Control error 8320. End of session. Well, that's bullshit. All right, we're not gonna let it end like that. We can't let it end like this. I'll have to download like an image or something. Hold on. If there is one, an image online. Let's see, AtariMania.com. I can try to like get my thing to work, but by the time that happens, all right. Side B. Let's load that again. Load state. $56. All right. I'm just gonna take down the image from Atari Age. This way, we know for sure it's gonna work. I'll put that disc in. Alright. Now it should work, so. There we go. Sorry about that. You know, I was considering, honestly, like, if it crapped out. To a kinder comment. I was considering if it crapped out to just like you know, end the stream, but like you guys, we're having a good time here. We just started. Like I wouldn't want to do that. That would be really mean. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep playing. All right. So going to the village pub. So let's say follow forward again. Wow, I gotta really think about that. All right, so Ford buys lots of beer and offers half it to you. Muscle relaxant, he says. Now, if you don't drink the beer, when you get teleported up to the ship, you die. If you drink too much beer, then you get drunk and you also lose the game. So you have to drink beer, but not too much. Very good beer. You begin to relax and enjoy yourself. So when Ford mentions he's from a small planet in the city of Beetlejuice, not from Guildford as usually claims, you take it in your stride and say, "Oh yes, which part?" G is again in Infocom. It's really very pleasant stuff. Da da da. Ford mentions the world's gonna end in about 12 minutes. Alright, that's fine. Keep drinking beer. There's this and crashes. Ford explains nothing to worry about. Probably your house being knocked down. So that's supposed to be the trigger for you to go run out and you know, go yell, because that's what happens in the book. If you drink beer one more time, I think you lose. So you have a huge bulldozer. You can tell the crowd brick dust. Which way was my house? I don't remember. Go home. that's not the right way. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Reach the head was your home. Is that a pile of rubble? Mr. Prosser looks chiefly triumphant. So you can kill Prosser. You muck up all his fancy facial work. His last moment of satisfaction you'll experience for a long time. That doesn't really do anything for you. And then all of a sudden, like the noise like across the Led Zeppelin's farewell concert, the eruption of Krakatoa, a usually a Vogog constructor ships flies overhead and out to the earthly demolished to make way for new hyperspace bypass in 2 of your Earth minutes. In all the turmoil, you drop a thing in your ant game which you don't know what it is, and it rolls away. So the thing in your ant game you don't know what it is, it's like something which always comes back. Like you can't get rid of it, basically. You says you've been trying to get rid of it for years, but it actually is a good thing to have in this game. Alright, so the Vogon ship captain is saying the planning charts and demolition orders have been available at the local planning office in Alpha Centauri for 50 years, and it's too late to make a fuss about it now. Ford is shouting at you, removes a small black device from his satchel, so he drops at your feet. Get device. Fierce gales whip across the land, thunder bangs continuously. Further announced the Vogon captain made it clear that demolition will begin in just a few seconds. You can see lights flickering around the small device. Examine device. So it's electronic sub-ether signaling device, which is like a hitchhiking device. And it says there's a spaceship in the vicinity. It has 2 small buttons, a red one labeled call engineer, and a green one labeled hitchhike. So we want to press the green button. Alright, so this is like one of the tropes of the game. By the way, guys, keep in the chat, keep on talking. You know, I don't want to just be me. This is one of the tropes of the game here. Is like you constantly end up in this dark, and then when you type look, it says dark. You can see nothing, feel nothing, hear nothing, taste nothing, smell nothing, and not entirely sure who you are. And again, you can't, same thing, can't hear anything, see anything, smell anything, feel anything, taste anything. Don't know where you are, who you are, how you got there. Same thing, basically. And what you're supposed to notice is that now, all of a sudden, it doesn't say you can't smell nothing anymore. So you type smell. And it says, does smell a bit. There's something pungent being weighed under your nose. Your head begins to clear. You can make out a shadow moving in the dark. Examine shadow. The shadow is vaguely Fort Prefect shaped. So basically, I used the hitchhiking device to teleport both of us to the Vogon ship. Now we're in the Vogon hold. So there's a bunch of doors here. There's a glass case with a switch and a keyboard. The glass case contains an atomic vector plotter, which you need. Along one wall is a tall dispensing machine, which is also important. And then he removes the bottle of mineral water, gives you some peanuts. Now you have to eat the peanuts or you die. Hey, Quilton Northern, how you doing? Good to see you. Love me some plotters. You feel stronger as the peanuts replace some of the protein you lost. So if you don't eat that, you die, basically. Alright, I'm going to save the game. Save state. Let's call it H3. So what's this dispenser? Examine machine. Dispenser is tall and has a button around eye level that says Babelfish in large letters. Anything dispensed would probably come out of the slide around knee level. It bears a small label which reads another fine product of the serious centers, like everything else in this game. So what's a Babelfish? A Babelfish in Hitchhiker's Guideland is a fish that goes into your ear and translates any language for you. So right now, Arthur Dent, who came from Earth, knows jack squat about other languages. So if he doesn't have a Babelfish, he's not about to talk to any aliens. So you really need to get a Babelfish, otherwise you're screwed. And you have a limited amount of time to get it in this game. Basically, this is the only opportunity to get it. If you blow it, then you lose. And this is like an iconic puzzle of this game, and a very hard one, supposedly. Hey, always asleep, how's it going? So watch what happens here. Press dispenser button. A single babelfish shoots out of the slot. It sails across the room and through a small hole in the wall just under a metal hook. So metal hook, okay, so what can I do with that? So let's remove my gown. I'm embarrassed naked, I don't know, but hang gown on hook. Gown's to hang from a hook covering a tiny hole. In the meantime, Ford yawns. He's going to take a nap. He placed the thing on top of his satchel. If you have any questions, here's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, footnote 14. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you'll never be able to finish the game without consulting the guy about lots of stuff. As he curls up and begins story, you pick up the Hitchhiker's Guide. What's footnote 14? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is also the name of a terrific work of interactive fiction by Douglas Adams and S. Eric Moretzky, a.k.a. Steve Moretzky. But then again, you must already know that since you bought one. Alright, very nice. So now let's press the dispenser button. A single bailfish shoots out of the slot, sails across and hits the dressing gown. The fish slides down the sleeve of the gown and falls to the floor, vanishing through the grating of a hitherto unnoticed drain. Okay, cover drain with towel. Towel completely covers the drain. If you try to cover it with something else, it won't completely cover the drain. Press dispenser button. A single bailfish shoots out of the slot. It sails across the room and hits the dressing gown. The fish slides down the sleeve of the gown and falls to the floor, landing on the towel. A split second later, a tiny cleaning robot whizzes across the floor, grabs the fish, and continues its breakneck pace towards a tiny robot panel at the base of the wall. The robot zips through the panel and is gone. Alright. Get satchel. Spoilers, folks. I apologize for all the spoilers. Block panel with satchel. Okay, the satchel is lying on its side in front of the tiny robot panel. Press dispenser button. A single bailfish shoots out of the slot. It sails across the room and hits the dressing gown. The fish slides down the sleeve of the gown and falls to the floor, landing on the towel. A split second later, a tiny cleaning robot whizzes across the floor, grabs the fish, and continues its breakneck pace towards a tiny robot panel at the base of the wall. The robot plows to the satchel, sending the bailfish flying up through the air in a graceful arc. A small upper half of the room cleaning robot flies into the room, catches the babelfish, which is all the flying junk that it can find, and exits. By the way, when you always said you have no tea, which I think you're making, you don't know what it is. I can probably get that back, so I can, let's see, put thing on satchel. Figure eight game, which you know what it is, now sitting on the satchel. Press dispenser button. A single babelfish shoots out of the slot. It sails across the room and hits the dressing gown. The fish slides down the sleeve of the gown and falls to the floor, landing on the towel. A split second later, a tiny cleaning robot whizzes across the floor, grabs the fish, and continues its breakneck pace towards a tiny robot panel at the base of the wall. The robot plows to the satchel, sending the babelfish and the figure ant game, which you don't know what it is, flying through the air in a graceful arc. A small upper half of the room cleaning robot flies to the room, catches the babelfish, and also manages to catch the figure ant game, which you don't know what it is, and exits. Anybody beat this puzzle before? Who's in the chat? I'm just curious. I'll pause for a second. Anybody here know what the solution is already because they've played it before? In the meantime, I'll imitate the... What was it? What animal was that from the manhole? I thought it was a walrus or something. Hello, my friends. My small boat is your small boat. All right, so nobody's beaten this game before. Anybody know what? Anybody guess what you're supposed to do? Not in a long time, said Matthew. All right, here's what you're supposed to do. So the robot just barely managed to catch the Babel fish, and also this thing that you put on the satchel. That was an elephant. Oh yeah, it was an elephant. You're right. Thanks, Predicator Boy. But if we put the junk mail on the satchel, the loose paw junk mail is not sitting on the satchel. Press dispenser button. Oh shit! We ran a bailfish. Oh god damn it! All right, well you see the game is like a little bit like unforgiving because it actually like I ran out of bailfish. I'm trying to solve this puzzle, so I gotta restore from an old save game. It's good I saved the game. All right, just over here. All right, so let's just start right away. Remove gown. Hang gown on hook. Cover drain with towel. Okay, wait. Get satchel. Well, you try to open satchel. You can't, it's not yours. It's Ford's and it's private. Block panel with satchel. Put mail on satchel. And press dispenser. See, this is where the speed running comes in. I bet you I can speed run this game, by the way. A single bailfish shoots out of the slot. It sails across the room, hits a dressing gown. The fish slides on the sleeve of the gown and falls to the floor, landing on the towel. A split second later, a tiny clean robot whizzes across the floor, grabs the fish, and continues its breakneck pace towards a tiny robot pal at the base of the wall. The robot plows to the satchel, sending the bailfish flying through the air in a graceful arc, surrounded by a cloud of junk mail. Another robot flies in and begins madly collecting the cluttered plume of mail. The bailfish continues its flight, landing with a loud squish in your ear. And that's how, ladies and gentlemen, you get the bailfish. And that was such an exciting thing back in the day that Infocom actually sold a t-shirt that says on it, I got the bailfish by Infocom. It's like one of my vintage t-shirts. They sold this back in the day to people that actually got the I didn't buy it back in the day. I bought it like probably I don't know how many years ago, but I did not get it back in the day from Infocom. And it's also an extra large. I need like an extra large. It doesn't really fit me that well. Cold Northern says, ever consider play-by-play announcing? If it was for a video game, sure. I mean, for you know, for a football game, I would do it also, but that's about it. Baseball play-by-play announcing is like this, like, yeah, so he swings and he misses. Strike one. But anyway, I'm happy to have this t-shirt. It's very cool. Original vintage Infocom stuff. But anyway, that is the Babelfish puzzle. Hope you find that shirt. I hope you find it too. I mean, it's a very cool shirt. That's the Babelfish puzzle. So now that I have the Babelfish, I can understand other languages. So basically, I want to get all. I can't hear the noise anymore. Satchel taken, towel taken, your gown taken, keyboard, nice try. Let's wear my gown. Oops, wear gown. Now wear your gown. Okay, now I have to wait. Oh, sorry. So there's a switch here. Where there was a case with the atomic vector plotter. There was a switch on it. I can flip the switch. Now, all this stuff would be gibberish right now if I didn't have the Babelfish. It would just be like random characters. Because I have the Babelfish, I can understand the recording first of all. To open the case, type in the first word from the second verse of the captain's current favorite poem. Warning, incorrect input will cause the case to explode. And then we also get an announcement over the ship's intercom. This is the captain. My entrance show would pick up a call of hitchhikers. I had freeloaders. My guards finally thrown into space. On second thought, I'll read some of my poetry first. Repeating. Let me save the game again. Oh, at H. Okay, now I just want to wait until he comes and gets us. Guards burst in, dread, grab you in four. They strap you to chairs. So this is like a joke from the book, where like the Vogon captain reads poetry, and the poetry is so bad that it's like here, consult guide on Vogon poetry. Vogon poetry is so awful that even the sarcopsy of Burfon 12, whose religion strictly forbids the taking of one's life, considers suicide a preferable alternative to a Vogon poetry reading. I mean, you can also consult guide on lots of other things. Consult guide on Vogons. It basically says they're the most unpleasant race in the galaxy. They wouldn't think twice about throwing someone into space and wouldn't lift a finger to save their own grandmother, the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Trawl. So, hello hitchhikers, I decided to read you a verse of my poetry. Alright, let's consult the guide on the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Trawl. As I was saying before, the ravenous bug beast of Trawl is a mind-boggling, stupid animal. Here's an example of how stupid it is. It thinks that if you can't see it, it can't see you. Its behavior would be quite endearing if it wasn't spoiled by this one thing. It's the most violently carnivorous creature in the galaxy. So that's important, obviously. Now he starts reading his poetry. Oh, friend old grunt bugly, thy nacturations are to me. Now, if you just sit there and don't do anything, he'll read the first verse of his poetry, and then he won't read the second verse. So you have to type enjoy poetry. It's sort of stupid. But then if he thinks you're enjoying it, he'll read you the second verse also. And we need the second verse, if you remember, because that thing said type in the first word of the second verse to get in that case. So Hercules and pat you in the back, you grit your teeth, enjoy this stuff. As plurtal glabble blotch shits on a lurgid bee. So I enjoy the poetry again. Let's not overdo, okay. Group, I implore thee, my footing turling drones, and hoopishly drangle me with crinkly bindle wordles, or I'll rend thee in the gobber warts of my blurtle crudge and see if I don't. Okay, you look like you enjoy my poems. I think I'll read you the next verse also. So fripping is the word we care about. Fripping licious whimgun, so wilds grovenly corbzims. Gashy morphosite, though expungious coopisk. Bleed miserable vention, bleed forever mesting lich, asunder frapped. Garand without attitude, form into formless bloit. Why not then? Moose. Since you so managed to survive 2 verses of my poetry, I have no choice but to space you and Ford. Ford says, don't worry, I'll think of something. So in the book, there's a whole conversation with the guard about, are you sure you want to be a guard? Actually, I mean, they start as a radio drama, not a book, right? So in the radio drama, it's like, the guard is like, he's saying like, resistance is futile, not resistance futile like the board, but something similar to that is like, he just keeps saying the same thing over and over again, and Ford is trying to convince him to like, is this guard business really for you? Do you want to take up sewing or knitting or something? And then ultimately he throws you out the airlock. And then in the book, you get lucky and you get picked up by the Heart of Gold, which is the ship the ship that you spend most of the time on in the game. The Zaphod Beeblebrox's ship, if you read the book, sort of because he stole it. But you could do that, or you can get there a different way. But bottom line is, so he says, you really enjoy this sort of thing. It's a really fulfilling career. My important thing, guys, I have a type fripping. The last case opens. Get the plotter. Because you can't come back here. So if you don't, a lot of this game you can go back and forth and travel around from place to place. But if you don't get the plotter over here, then you lose basically. You're done. So now I think I can just wait it out. Let's just wait. Resistance is useless. So it's actually very similar. Resistance is futile. I wonder if they got the resistance is futile thing from Hitchhiker's Guide. Because like I said, the radio drama, I think he keeps going like, resistance is useless. And then Ford's like, but blah, blah, blah. And he's like, resistance is useless. I mean, that was a different voice, but anyway. So now it says in about 2 minutes, it'll open and reject the vacuum of space. Don't worry, I'll think of something. So examine the device. And so I can press the green button again. The other option is you can just get thrown out the airlock. Does it not do in this game? No, it doesn't. There's also timed. A lot of things in this game are timed in terms of number of moves. Yeah. So if I waited, I wouldn't have died. I would have got thrown into space, and then that would got picked up anyway. I don't think it makes a difference. Now I'm in the dark again. So again, the same mechanic as before. You can taste, see, hear, feel, smell. You gotta do it like three, 4 times. And now, you get loaded the new description. Now it doesn't say you can't hear anything. So I type here. You hear the deep and distant hum of a star drive coming from far above. There's an exit to port. So I played this game before. We were lying about the exit to port. It's like, haha. Alright, so now I'm in the heart of gold. This looks like an incredibly new infinite probability drive spaceship. The heart of gold, says Ford. Announcement. This is Eddie, the shipboard computer. We just picked up 2 hitchhikers and improbability factor of 2 to the 21,940th power to 1 against. Well, let's look for the bridge. Now we're on the bridge, and now we see Zaphod, a man with more than the usual number of heads, and a dark-haired woman holding a handbag. Both seem somewhat familiar. Examine woman. Oops, examine woman. You see nothing special about Trillian. Hey Zaphod, how you doing, says Ford. He's cool. Not bad, Ford. Great to see you, replies Zaphod. He's cooler. You suddenly realize the woman is Tricia McMillan, call me Trillian, who you were trying to pick up at a party in Islington just a few weeks ago, and that Zaphod is the guy she eventually left the party with, who had a birdcage on his head, on his shoulder, covering up his second head, with like a draping on it or something. So he's an alien, and you were trying to pick her up, and he picked her up instead. He left the planet with her, and now you're running into them, and it's so coincidental or whatever. You can't really do anything here. Like my spaceship, Ford? Your spaceship, says Ford. Yeah, I stole it. I'm going to lose to find the legendary lost planet of Magrathea. Let's go sit in the sauna while I explain. And they all go in the sauna. And then you can go in the sauna if you want, but you can't stay there. You enter the sauna for several hours, you come out a changed man. So basically, now, like, the rest of the game opens up, essentially, where you have the space, you're in the heart of gold, that's your base. You're trying to get to the legendary lost planet of Magrathea, but it won't happen unless a bunch of other random stuff happens first. And you get to go to all different places, basically, and you can come back and forth and try it a bunch of times. And if you die, there's no consequences at this point. So the game gets a little bit more forgiving, but definitely not easier. I guess, who wants me to keep playing? Who thinks I should stop and we should do this again another time? Depends if you guys are into it or not. Probably about halfway through the game, maybe. So the atomic vector plotters were the primary application devices of improbability physics. What the? Scientists have long known how to produce finite amounts of improbability using a finite improbability generator. Hey gamers, Grotto. I was just asking you guys if I should keep playing or I should stop, but because nobody's listening to me. Scientists have long known how to produce finite amounts of probability using a finite improbability generator, atomic vector plotter, and a good source of Brownian motion. Recently, however, they've learned to generate infinite amounts, like the invention of the infinite improbability generator. So remember that an infinite probability drive based on this new generator is currently under development. That's what's in this ship. Also, the entries under Atomic Vector Plotter and Brownian Motion. Consult guide on Brownian Motion. The best randomness generator is simple Brownian motion. Any hot gas or liquid is a good source. Examine plotter. The Atomic Vector Plotter has a small receptacle and a long dangly bit. It bears a small label which reads, another fine product of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation. So let's look what I have here. Okay, get all. The load is too heavy. Put all in thing. So the thing your aunt gave you, which you don't know what it is, can hold like anything, and not so it removes the inventory limits in the game, which is really good. And also, when you lose it, if you leave it somewhere, it always comes back. So it's a really handy device. The load is still too heavy? Wait, how's that possible? Put thing in gown. Get all. There we go. Open handbag. Over the handbag, put a pair of tweezers. Get tweezers. Open satchel. You can't, it's forward, it's private. I don't like you open the handbag though. Yeah, the no T is just so much weight. The no T is a joke, right? Ha ha ha, it's very funny. Isn't it funny? You think so? Alright, next to the control console is Eddie, the shipboard computer. Examine Eddie. See nothing special about Eddie. Examine console. Most of the consoles are beyond your comprehension. The simplest one is a large receptacle of some kind. And then you see Marvin the robot is stalking visibly into the room. If you ever see the radio drama, Marvin the robot is like Eeyore from what's it called? Winnie the Pooh. He's like, oh, don't mind me. I'm just a robot with the intelligence of a planet whose job is to do menial tasks. Do you want me to turn on the light for you? That would be such a great display of my abilities. It would bring me such fulfillment. Or maybe I should just go shoot myself. That's basically Marvin the robot. Or they call it the paranoid android in this game too. Alright, it's H5. You can't save to this PC. I wasn't trying to save to this PC. Come on, you piece of crap. Alright. So where can I go? Down. Down. That's all the best I can go. You may do a live stream today. This one end of a short car that you use aft along the main deck of the Heart of Gold. I forget which way to go in the Heart of Gold. So I just came, the gangway leads upward. Doors lead to 4 and port. Let's go aft. Oh, I meant to go 4. Oh, this is where I came from. Entry bay number 2. I'm not going to read the sales brochure. Let's do verbose, maximum verbosity. Let's go port. Galley. You're in the galley area of the ship, containing a machine which is state-of-the-art nutritional technology, a Sirius Cybernetics Corporation Nutrimat. There's an exit to starboard. A card labeled Nutrimat computer interface is sitting here. So open carton. Open the shipping card, reveals a strange gun. Examine gun. The gun has a large label that reads Anti-Bug Bladder Beast Ray Gun. So let's get that gun. Somebody ordered a Nutrimat interface, and apparently they got a gun instead. So they didn't actually get what they wanted, but the gun hopefully will come in handy for me. Now, let's look at this Nutrimat. Examine Nutrimat. The touch-sensitive pad dispensing slot assures pouch is closed. So let's touch the pad. The Nutrimat makes an instant but highly detailed examination of your taste buds, a spectroscopic analysis of your metabolism, and sends tiny experimental signals down your neural pathways to see what you like. A cupful of advanced tea substitute appears in the dispensing slot. So get ATS. Taken. Let's drink ATS. Do I lose points for that? I want to save the game just in case. I know it doesn't taste very much like tea. Drink ATS. You lose 50 points for drinking it. By scoring down from 85 to 35. It tastes almost but not quite entirely unlike tea. It's absolutely disgusting. Alright, so let's not do that. Let me restore the save game. Okay, let's leave this area. Starboard. Okay. Now let's go aft, like I did that before. Okay, so wonder if the doors lead to aft and port. So let's go aft. The entrance leads to the improbability drive chamber. It's supposed to be a terribly dangerous area of the ship. Are you sure you want to go in there? Yes. Absolutely sure? Yes. I can tell you don't want to, really. You stride away with a spring in your step, wisely leave the drive chamber safely behind you. Telegrams arrive from well-wishers in all corners of the galaxy, congratulating you on your prudence and wisdom, cheering you up immensely. That's so nice. Aft. What? You're joking, of course. Can I ask you to reconsider? No. Engine room. You're in the infinite improbability drive chamber. Nothing happens. There's nothing to see. Look. I mean, there's nothing to see here. There's my bullshit. Look. Okay, there are a few things to see here. This is the room that houses the powerful infinite improbability generator that drives the Hive of Gold. See, in the corner is a spare portable improbability generator. There's ionic diffusion rasp here. There's a pair of hypersonic pliers here. Footnote 10. Footnote 10. I guess isn't all that dangerous of a place after all. Yeah, thanks a lot. Get all. Take it. Alright. Let's leave 4. Let's go port. Okay, you can't get through this door right now. Open screening door. The door explains that the room is occupied by a super intelligent robot and that lesser beings, by which it means you, are not to be admitted. Show me some tiny example of your intelligence, and maybe, just maybe, I might reconsider. So I can't prove my intelligence at this point. Let's go down. This is the thing that leads to the planet, and I don't have to do this now either, so I'm going to leave here. Let's go back 4. Let's go up. Alright, drop spare drive. Drop plotter. Drop ATS. Plug small plug into small receptacle. Plugged. Put bit into ATS. Now you also can plug the larger plug, which is on the... I didn't even look at it actually. Examine the spare drive. Sorry for not doing that. There's a switch, a long cord ending with a large plug, and a short cord which I plugged into the atomic vector plotter. Now you can plug the long cord into the console, which has a large receptacle, but you're not supposed to do that yet. When I was a kid, I used to do that, and you basically make the game unwinnable. You're not supposed to do that until you need to do it later on. But at this point, I'm going to flip the switch here on the atomic vector plotter. Examine plotter. And it had, well, it doesn't even say. Where's the switch? Oh, the spare probability drive has a switch. All right, so I'm going to turn on the spare probability drive. First, let me save the game. God damn it, stop doing that. My mouse is like so damn sensitive. All right, flip switch. All right, so I'm in the dark. Now, the way this works is, at this point in the game, you can't control where you go. You just end up in dark, and you have to just do this look thing until you're able to do something, like before. It's 4 times. Now it says I can taste, see when I can smell something. This is actually the best one. This is what I want to go to. It does smell a bit. There's something pungent waving under your nose. Your head begins to clear. You can make a shadow move in the dark. Examine shadow. The shadow is vaguely bug bladder beast shaped. This is the lair of the ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl. There are exits east and southwest. Ravenous bug beast of Trawl is here, looking particularly nasty and hungry. The beast whips its evil-smelling tail away from your nose and bellows a brain-shattering roar. By suddenly popping out of nowhere, you disturb its train of thought. However, since its train of thought was the usual one, which in fact the only one it knows, which goes like this: hungry, 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 bad-tempered, hungry. It soon starts to chug along again. You notice the beast's laser-zap eyes, its swivel-sheared teeth, and its several dozen tungsten carbide vast-pane claws, forged in the sun furnaces of Zangrajad. It has skin like a motorway and breath like a 747. It advances on you, roars at demand that you say your name. Say, Arthur Dent. The beast roars your name with relish and explains that once it has eaten you, your name will be added to its list of remembrance. I'm going to save one more time just because I don't want to have to do this again. 8. Damn you. Mouse, you suck. H beast. Alright. Shoot beast with gun. So raise with a gun, strike the ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl, but it only seems to make it matter. With a head-splitting roar, the ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl charges towards you. So it doesn't work. Let's go east. Beast's outer lair. There's a large walled courtyard strewn by a profusion of gnawed bones bleaching in the sun. In case the significance of these fails to strike, there's also a sandstone memorial in the middle of the courtyard, which the beast has roughly carved the names of all its victims. Some starch stones and eggs west. Get stones. The head-splitting roar, the ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl charges towards you. Alright, now, remember, we let the guy entry the bug bladder beast of Trawl. If I just shoot the gun again, I think it'll kill me, but let's just try for the hell of it. Shoot beast with gun. It doesn't do anything. Alright, east. Luckily I'm able to run around it. Now if you close your eyes, the beast doesn't notice. You're getting close though. Now I'm gonna die. Oh, there you are. The beast is newly upon you. Wrap towel around head. The ravenous bug bladder beast of Trawl is completely bewildered. It is so dim, it thinks that if you can't see it, it can't see you. In a few seconds before it realizes its mistake. And now carve my name on the memorial. You chip away with the stone. It's not your best writing, but it suffices. Just the beast is trying to work out where you disappear to, and suddenly sees your name freshly carved on its memorial of remembrance. Mystery solved. You realize it must have already eaten you in a fit of absent-mindedness. Its mind is very, very small and quite frequently absent. It decides to give up the rest of its afternoon into the twin arts of digestion and contemplation. It settles down for a snooze. So therefore we have defeated the beast of Trawl. That gun really sucks, doesn't it? Oh, remove towel. The beast in the corner is sleeping peacefully. Footnote 5. Peacefully for a ravenous bug bladder beast of trawl, that is. Now and then he snorts or rolls over, the walls shake a bit. Read memorial. So our name is on there. I know these other people are. Alright, examine the gun. Useless gun. Piece of shit gun. I thought at some point if you keep shooting the gun, it says it's not a very good gun, is it, or something like that. But I may have to shoot him a few times. Oh, you have a limited time to do this. I shouldn't mess around here. Inner lair. There's a heart of the beast lair. The only exit leads northeast. The skeleton of a dead beast hunter lies nearby, clutching something labeled Nutrimac computer interface. So you get the joke. If you remember, not too long ago, there was a carton labeled Nutrimac computer interface. When I opened it up, it was the bug bladder beast gun that didn't work anyway. But this guy obviously ordered the bug bladder beast gun, and he got the interface instead. So he died because he opened up the carton, I guess, only when he first got to the beast's lair, and then he realized that he was screwed. Taken. Alright. That's all I care about, basically. Now I can wait. Suddenly, a team of Fraudurbian beast hunters charge in, intending to catch the beast for their zoo. Mistaking you for the beast, they fire stun guns at you, wrapping your nets, and sowing a lovely little lair in the Fraudurian Natural Zoo. 3 months later, the arrows discovered while your down shoes pay in the Fraudurian courts. The plan is invaded by bureaucratic pirates of Paladon 4. Press the bodge for 60-year filing and sorting mission of the so-called base world of Sporia, spore the lesser Magellanic Cloud. You escape with the help of a tribe of nomadic asteroid painters. You develop a unique talent for asteroid painting, gaining considerable fame across throughout the cloud. A nickel ore deluxe is commissioned by his world Gorpness Orbchfalk, the ruler of the 900 worlds of Gorp. While working on this new masterpiece for asteroids such as a small plastic black hole, or whatever, stupid nonsense. Alright, so now I shouldn't even wait. It doesn't matter. So I have to wait a few times. And now I can here, and I'm back on the Heart of Gold. So I'm back on the Heart of Gold, but now I have the Nutrimac computer interface. Why's my finger bleeding? I have the Nutrimac computer interface, so now I can try to get some real tea. Let's go, is it 4 from here? No, yeah, maybe 4. Nope, it wasn't 4. It was port. Okay, now, examine machine. So let's, the service panel which is closed. Open panel. Open the new driver as a circuit board. Remove circuit board. Put interface in Nutrimat. Close panel. Touchpad. The Nutrimat is now Nutrimat got smarter because it interfaced with the computer. The Nutrimat is puzzled that you once made by pouring boiling water on dead leaves and squirting stuff from a cow in it. It says that we'll need some help from Eddie, the shipboard computer. Red line side lines of saying memory overload. Reserve memory overload. Processor overload. Switch to terminal mode. Nutrimac going online. Shipboard computer access. Main memory overload. Reserve memory access. Parallel processors online. Numbers being crunched. Announcement. This is Eddie, the shipboard computer. Emergency situation. Nuclear missiles just been launched at us from the approaching planet, which my data banks indicate is a legendary lost planet of Magrathea. This always happens at this time. There's the only way to get it to happen. I cannot perform evasive maneuvers because all circuits are currently engaged with a Nutrimat. The missiles will turn this ship into a huge atomic fireball in approximately 8 turns. By the way, somebody didn't finish their spinach at dinner. Alright, so let's get out of here. go up. Let us plug the large plug into the large receptacle. That connects the probability drive to the computer. Stop doing that. Plugged, and now let's flip the switch. How you're supposed to know this, I'm not really sure. Trial and error, I guess. Generator switch. And you slip the switch, sparks fly the larger receptacle. I do control console, Will's Eddie. This is what the thanks I get. The universe goes crazy for a moment. Announcement. This is Eddie, the shipboard computer. The missiles have turned to a sperm whale. This actually happens in the book, too. And a probability factor of 2 to 39,740 with power to 1 against. The whale is currently plummeting towards the legendary lost planet of Magrathea. I almost will teach you to listen to me when I say that legendary lost planets can be dangerous. I proceed with the preset landing instructions. And then Ford and Zaphon showing soldier by the end of the song. Good work, kid. Thanks, Han. So that's how you defeat that crisis. Now, if I go back down, and go back to port. Looks like this slot contains tea. Get tea. No tea dropped. So it's interesting. So it's like I don't have no tea anymore because I have the tea. Now, you can drink the tea, and you get points for it, but you're not supposed to drink it yet. And I'm not sure, actually, if you can get more. So I'm going to save drinking the tea for now. Got tea. Alright, so now that I have tea, drop the tea. I have no tea again. Remove bit from ATS. Put bit in T. So now I have the T, which instead of the ATS, which is much better, and now I can actually control where I go. I think I need to make a typo at least once in this game for it to progress. So I'll just do a typo. Give T to the Pirate Gamer Boy. I don't know the word, the Pirate Gamer Boy. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. I just saved it, right? Flip switch. Generator. So now I can control where I go. Because even though oh, okay, I didn't even need to do that typo because it just picked something else for me because I didn't do it before. It picked something else for me. So, but before I read this thing here, it says on the first turn now I already can't. What is it here? See, I can't feel anything. So, I can choose to like use that exit, or I can wait again, and then something else will come up, and I can control it that way. But first, this nonsense here. It's of course well known that killers talk cause lies. The full scale of the problem is always appreciated. For instance, exactly what you said. Put bit in T. A freak wormhole opened in the fragment of the space-time continuum and carried your words far, far back in time. Of course, almost infinite reaches of space, with distant galaxies where strange and warlike beings were poised on the brink of frightful interstellar battle. The two opposing leaders were meeting for the last time. A dreadful silence fell across the conference table as the commander of the Vilhurgs, resplendent in his black jeweled battle shorts, gazed levelly at the Gugungvud leader, squatting opposite him in a cloud of green, sweet-smelling steam. As a million sleek and horribly beweaponed star cruisers poised to unleash electric death in a single word of command, the Vilhurg challenged his vile enemy to take back what had said about his mother. The creature stirred its sickly, broiling vapor, and in that very moment the words, "Put bit in tea," drifted across the conference table. Unfortunately, the Vilhurg tongue, this is the most dreadful insult imaginable, and there's nothing for it but to wage terrible war for centuries. Eventually, the error was detected in over 250,000 worlds. Their peoples and cultures perished in the Holocaust. You destroy most of a small galaxy. Please pick your words with greater care. Nothing I can do about that. All right, let's feel. It does feel a bit warm and wet and squishy. There seems to be some liquid at your fingertips. I don't think I can actually solve this one. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I can solve it though. But let's do it anyway. Drink liquid, because you can't really lose. That's not the possible score total. That's the moves total. You're in the stomach of a sperm whale. You hear a distant sound of rushing wind. So, yeah, I was licking the lining of a whale's stomach. So basically, I'm in the whale right now, falling to my death at the legendary lost planet of Magrathea. I don't think there's anything I can do. Let's see, get flower pot. I'm gonna lose it though when I oh, too much. Right? Put it all in thing. Number 12 asteroid paint chipper. I didn't know I had that. I got that after the bug bladder beast, I guess. Get flower pot. Look at this. Consult guide on flower pot. That is one of the great unanswered questions. For a list of the others, consult the guide. Consult guide on great unanswered questions. Oh. That's nothing, I guess. So you can't do anything there. If it was like Sierra Games, no, it's not like Sierra Games. Alright, so I have this flower pot, but I can't do anything here, I don't think. You can hear this, it doesn't sound rushing wind. I forgot what you're supposed to do with this one. But I was going to die in a minute. How do you survive this? I don't recall. Splat. Alright, so obviously I just died. Is there something I was supposed to be able to do there? I'm checking to remember. What are you supposed to do with the sperm whale? Obviously get the flower pot, but... Oh. I know what I was supposed to do. I messed it up. Let's load state. Oh, it doesn't really matter, though. It doesn't really matter, because I can just do it again. Latent taste, see here. Smell. I don't want to smell, well... Oh, at first it said nothing you can smell also, I didn't even see. Oh, so I guess the second, when you die like this, you go back to this one where you can't control it. And you have to go back to, alright, let me just load the same game. Alright, let's do it again. It may not be the same one. Oh, stupid thing I forgot. Smell, taste, see, feel, so I can hear. So this, I don't want to do this one because this is going to be just back onto the Heart of Gold. So I'm going to wait again. Now I can see, I can smell. This is the bug bladder beast again, so I don't want to go here. taste, hear, feel, smell, see. You see a painfully bright light that stabs at the back of your eyes. So this is the one you're your Zaphod, I think. The light resolves itself with the bright orange sun of Damograd. The pain in the back of your eyes from partying till late last night, both of your heads are suffering the worst hangover you ever experienced. You were formulating a plan to steal a heart of gold, but you can't for the life you remember any details. Original speedboats. You're probably the speedboat which features very simple controls towards the island of France. Footnote 3. The dedication ceremony to the heart of gold will occur. So I got sent like back in time, basically, as Zaphod. You're currently steering the boat towards a narrow channel between towering cliffs and a rocky spire. There's a toolbox here outside the policy. So footnote 3. A meaningless coincidence. The fact that it's called France, I guess. Open box. It's locked. Inventory. You're empty-handed. Get up. So if you keep steering towards the narrow channel, you eventually crash. You have to steer towards the rocky spire. How do I get the toolbox too? Taken. Okay. Steer toward rocky spire. Well, I was straight at the rocky spire. Is there anything I could examine seat? Look under cushion. You discover and pick up a small key and a piece of fluff under the seat cushion. Okay. Suddenly the autopilot leaps to life, steering the boat away from the rocky spire. The crowd gathers the dedication, oozes as the boat swoops through the narrow channels. If we don't do that, you die. Reaches the base of towering cliffs. The plume word forms under higher and higher. The crowd bursts into applause. The boat reaches the top of the cliff just south of the ceremonial dance. Unlock box with key. Two box opens the magnifying glass and lays a monkey wrench. Get all. Get glass and wrench. Okay. Go out of the boat. You step out of the boat, the plume of water lowers it away, the crowd aware, the autopilot bursts into a round of applause. There's a flower surrounded by the crowd. Just to the east is the several members of the crowd with huge banners use the heart of gold. Read banner. President Beelbox is a swell guy. Footnote 15. It's not a very good banner, is it? Just to the east is the heart of gold. I think it would be a bad you'll lose ceremony. I'm just saying the game because I don't remember exactly what to do, and I'm pretty sure I know, but I don't want to mess it up and have to do it again. Let's call it temp. Yes. Alright. Crowd cheers Wally, crowd cheers Wally, crowd cheers Wally. Suddenly Trilly leaps out of the crowd, grabs you by the necks, and points a blaster at your left head. Guards rush up, foot around, pros to shoot. Stay back. One more step, and the president of the galaxy is fried meat. Guards drop weapons. Guards drop rifles. Tarzan said, shoot their forearms in a pile in front of you. Trillion, shoot the pile. Cloud sparks, the pile of foot around disintegrates. Cloud cheers wildly. I think you're terrific. So we don't shoot the pile of weapons, then the guards, when they realize you're stealing the ship, they all pick up their guns and they attack you. So I beat that scenario. We got to the Heart of Gold and we escaped from it. So, but now the scenario's over. I have to basically go back to the way it was before and get back to the Heart of Gold. So read 3 times, and then here, and then F. I'm back in the Heart of Gold now. But now, do I have this stuff? I don't. Let's go. Hold on a second. Let's go. Do I Did I do something wrong? Let me see. Up. Which way? Aft. Oh, I did after. Up. Now it's announced as the shipboard computer. We just landed legendary Lost Planet Magrathea. No way we go outside and check the atmosphere, climatic conditions, existence of dangerous wildlife, airborne diseases, volcanic activity, present real estate agents, and more than 8,000 other possible dangers. The machine check will take 14.9 years. Don't even think about leaving until I finish because I'm jamming the hatch. Okay, so let's go down. Let's go aft. Down again. And see now, in this spot here, is all this crap that Zaphod dropped off with him when he entered the ship. The seat cushion fluff, the magnifying glass, lasers. That wasn't there before. I came down here, there was nothing here. But now it's all here because I brought it on in the earlier, you know, when I did the time travel, basically. Put all in thing. There's no room. Uh-oh. I've never seen that one before. There's no room. Maybe it's something in this version. That's not good. Maybe put all in down. Nope, no room. Alright, I have to try dropping some stuff, it looks like. Let's drop all. Can we get all now? I don't want to get it. That's stupid. Only too much already. Yeah, okay. Drop all. I don't think I need this stuff. Most stuff I don't need at all. The stuff that I do need, I'm supposed to leave it here and it should be safe. But I thought the gal was the thing was unlimited. I'm a little bit disappointed about that. Attempt 2. All right, let's go up. Let's go 4. Let's go up again. And let us flip the switch. Oh shit, wait a second. What do I have here? Make sure I have at least some of the right things in my inventory. Inventory. I need the electronic sub-ether signaling device. That's the thing. I think the only thing I need. Alright, we'll see though. Flip switch. Generator. Alright, look. It's hear, see, smell, or taste. I can feel though. Feel cold and wet and squishy. So it's a liquid at your fingertips. This is not the whale. This is the trillion scenario. Tastes just like wine. In fact, you realize your hand is sitting in a glass of white wine. You're a party being given by a distant, incredibly boring acquaintance. Among the people you've introduced to are a shy, mousy fellow from the West Country named Arthur and a flamboyant guy named Phil. That's Zaphod. You had too many drinks already. So basically, this is like, I don't really remember what you do in this scenario. You're trying to get Phil to take you, to space, I guess. Who's Zaphod? Phil, hello. So Phil's ignoring you. Meanwhile, Arthur keeps trying to talk to you. Examine Arthur. Arthur's nice and well-meaning, but is terribly shy. He's trying to sort of encourage you several times. So the guy passed hello. He's an enormous unsightly ball of fluff on his jacket. Get fluff. This case all apart, you're holding too much, can't pick up anything else. Open handbag. You can't drop anything though. Get fluff. Okay. You the Dragonfly improving Arthur's appearance greatly. He's clearly touched and happily to chat away with you. You discover he's slightly more interesting to talk to. The average interesting wall. Put Fluff in satchel. I need this Fluff. Oh, I mean the handbag. Put Fluff in handbag. Those of you royally use skirts with your glass of white wine. Oh, hello, Trisha. Lovely to see you. I think you dropped this, dear. Now Arthur's like following you, bothering you. How do I leave this area? I gotta take the wine, otherwise she doesn't stop bothering you. West and southwest I can go to. Phil is here. Examine Phil. And this is basically it. The only thing you do is get the Fluff. He's very attractive. You expect he's a party crasher. He's a large bird cage on his shoulder with a black drape over it. The bird inside must be asleep because you can hear a snoring coming from inside of it. It's like a second head. Hey, baby, this guy boring? You want to come me instead? I'm from a different planet. Takes you out of the parking lot. There's flashing orbital ion screws parked in 2 Volkswagens. Reminding the screw such a great speed you black out. Everything becomes dark. I'll do back to this again. Who's still with me here? Up. Oh, sorry. Aft. Quilted Earl, you're still here? Do you like me in my peril-sensitive sunglasses? I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the stream. Do I look fashionable? Gamers Growl still here too. Okay, good. Colton Road's like, not really. The game's almost over, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so go up. Like John St. John. Really? Hello, everybody. My name... that's more like a Mr. Sulu voice. Hey, everybody. My name is John St. John. I'm gonna get the guy who stole my ride. How does that sound? Max Headroom. Hey there, folks. How are you all doing today? Not bad. That was the John St. John, not the Max Headroom, I'm sure. All right. Might as well. Okay, so now, where's the handbag? Oh, I forgot. It's down there. So there's a Max Headroom on the Spectrum. I didn't know that. Aft, down. See, now the handbag contains jacket fluff. If you see that, like the 6 lines, 7 lines down. So I got the jacket fluff also. Now, why do I care about this? Consult guide on fluff. Fluff is interesting stuff. A deadly poison at Bodega Minor, the diet stable of Fraslon 5, the unit of currency on the moons of the Lurfoid system, and the major crop of the laundry supplies planet Blastus 3. One ancient legend claims that 4 pieces of fluff lie scattered around the galaxy, each forming 1/4 of the seedling of a tree with amazing properties. The sole survivor of the tropical planet Fuzzball. Footnote 8. So that's the important thing. Footnote 8. Not footnote 8, but the other stuff before that. It's not a very good legend, is it? I called that one. It's not a very good legend, is it? Alright, let's go back 4. Let's go up. I'm going to save again. Tab 3. Flip, generator, switch. Okay, what do we got here? Hear nothing, smell nothing, taste nothing, see nothing. I can feel. This is the whale again, which I couldn't figure out to do last time. Get the flower pot. Examine device. There's a spaceship in the vicinity, which is the heart of gold. So I should be able to hitchhike. Press green button. The thumb really makes a few feeble clicking noises. Oh, and it's broken. But don't worry, because there's a lifetime guarantee, it says. It also has a red button labeled Call Engineer. So press red button. The screech of iron breaks a serious Cyrus curvature repair up, pulls them on a bike from out of the sub-ether. Show device to robot. The engineer takes it, looks at it with horror, shakes his head, sighs, says, "Who sold you this thing?" Robot, fix device. Thanks your robot ignores your reply and shakes his thumb despondently. This is a Model 13X, he says. Not meant for this sort of job. Maybe it's discontinued. Can't get the parts. Show lifetime guarantee to robot. Let's keep doing that. The engineer robot looks quizzically at the guarantee. He says it's expired. We'll see what he can do. He fills with a thumb from order 2 before handling it back. Can't promise anything. Press green button. Alright. So I managed to hitchhike out of there. Alright, so I should have that flower pot now. Yeah, I have the flower pot. Okay, so I'm doing pretty well here. Well, I remember how you can overcome the inventory limit. You can like drop the thing, and then the thing automatically comes back in your inventory. I don't need to do that anyway. All right. So now let's go back. Is it aft? Let's go up. So I have. Do I have all the? I have everything. I have the. Let's see. Examine flower pot. I'm missing one piece of fluff. The pot is full of fertile soil is a tried a neutral guide system Magna 3 emission company. Must have been created by the same person probably that created the whale itself. I have 3 pieces of fluff. I need 4. I have the fluff from Arthur's jacket. I have the cushion fluff, and I have the fluff that from the beginning of the game. There's still one more type of fluff that I need, I'm pretty sure. So I need to do this again. Might as well save again. Let's call it new, whatever. Flip, generator, switch. Okay, let's look. Can see nothing here. Like taste something, smell something. So I can feel this time, but I don't want to feel because the 2 feel scenarios I've already done. One of them is Trillion, and one of them is the whale. So I want a different scenario. Well, you can taste, see, feel, or smell. So I can hear beans. Hey, bottled water. What does it mean, beans and sulfurs? All right. So the one that's the heart of gold says there's a deep and distant of a star coming far above. This one it says far below. So I want to go aft again. But this is not the heart of gold. Now I'm in War Chamber. Now I actually cannot defeat this scenario right now, but I wanted to show you what happens here. Spread above you astonishingly, because otherwise you won't understand what's going on if I don't do this part first. Spread before you astonishingly enough is the war chamber of a star battle cruiser. Through the dome canopy of the ship, you can see a vast battle fleet flying in formation behind you through the black, glittering emptiness of space. And as a star system towards which you are hurtling at terrifying speed, there's an ultraplasmic vacuum all here. Say to you are 2 creatures who are gazing at the stars with terrible hatred in their eyes. One is wearing black jeweled battle shorts, and the other is wreathed in a cloud of green sweet-smelling steam. They are engaged in conversation. Remember these guys from before? Listen to conversation. Hated planet, scars the Volherg. Home of he that dared to say, put bid in tea, rasped the Gugvunt. Luckily, they don't know that it was me that said that. Detested words. Even now it sticks my soul to hear them uttered, barks the Vilhurg. Even though 10,000 years have passed, and as many senseless megadeaths, world destroyed, my race and yours laid to waste, all because of he that dare shape the words, put bid in tea. Torture to my Vilhurgish warrior heart to hear it spoken, yet even now the hot breath of our vengeance blows hard upon this little world. Vengeance of him who said, put bid in tea. Yes, no need to keep repeating it, growls the Vilhurg. One happy thought, adds the Gugvunt. After millennia of bloody and perpetual conflict, our races have been brought together by this quest for the source of the offending remark. Perhaps after our vengeance has been exacting on him who said, put bid in tea, will you stop saying it? Perhaps we'll continue to live in peace and harmony, and we'll talk about that after we... Who's this? Two creatures turn and stare at you. Say hello. Creatures... Hello. The Gugvunt leader or the Vilhur leader? I don't know. Gugvunt. You're clearly the worst deal that ever lived and about to become the worst one that ever died. That's even worse insult than the Gugvunt tongue that put bid in tea in the Vilhur tongue. You gotta go now, man. The game's almost over, dude. You have to watch the end of the stream. Vilhurg, hello. It doesn't matter. I already said hello. So theoretically, I want to get the ultraplasmic vacuum all. But nothing I can do really at this point. Watch what happens. The battle fleet plunges towards Earth and due to a terrible miscalculation in scale, is swallowed by a small dog. So if you remember, one of the things that came in the game, in the box, was this microscopic space fleet. And that's what we were just on right now, is the microscopic space fleet. They went to attack Earth, but they didn't realize they were microscopic compared to us, and therefore they were eaten by a dog. So that's the only way you can know that, basically. So now that I have that information, I can do something about it, theoretically, if I can click this thing to close again. I'll do that afterwards. Alright, here. Let's go aft. Let's go aft. Let's go up. Let us flip the generator switch. Okay, look. Alright, I can't see, smell, I can hear, but that's not the one I want. See, feel, I can smell. This might be the one that I would do want. I'm not sure. No, I don't want. This is the bug bladder beast. C, that's what I want, C. But this is the Z, I don't want this one, it's Zaphod. I want C. So that one's at the painfully bright-eyed stabbing at the back of your eyes. This one stabs at the front of your eyes. Examine light. Light resolves to the bright yellow sun of Earth. So now, I am Ford. You're hurrying up a country lane. The sky is light and clear. So basically, I'm Ford at the beginning of the game. You keep glancing out with apprehension because you know will be shortly torn apart by Vogon ships. And the hills and trees around you will just burn up and blow away. And you hope there's time for a quick drink beforehand. You want to hit your ride aboard the Vogon fleet. We're anxious. It's been so long since you're through a matter transference beam. So now I have to go to Arthur's home first. What's the name? What do I have in here? Inventory. A satchel. I can finally see what's in this damn satchel. Saturated mineral water, a towel, Hitchhiker's guide, electronics, some ether signal device, and satchel fluff. Get the fluff. Okay, north. Let's go to Arthur's home. Alright, Arthur's in front of the bulldozer. You don't know why. You must return his towel. Give towel to Arthur. Inexplicably, Arthur takes no notice of the towel, which magnificently you try to return to him, and says, "For what about my home?" You start guilty. Does he actually know the Earth is about to be destroyed? You start to ask him, then stop. If he knows, what the Zark is doing lying in the mud in front of... You look around. You notice the bulldozer probably the first time. You notice Arthur's house. You notice the workman. The penny drops. His house is about to be demolished. You like complete... What's the word? Idiot. Thank you. Idiot is exactly what you feel like. In a reckless moment, you're completely mad. Decide you want to take Arthur with you. You try to tell Arthur the importance of getting a drink, but he's rambling on a man called Prosser. Go to Prosser. Prosser is standing here looking cross and frustrated. You realize your friend of Arthur's tries to talk to you. This red prose aren't very well. Mr. Dent must realize he had plenty of time to make a full protest in the proper time and place, so he must go through the appropriate official channels, filling the appropriate official forms, and going to the appropriate official public hearings rather than going about it, and lying around miserably in the mud is not. He said he personally hates mud and despises the sort of people who lie in it. Prosser, lie in the mud. Prosser blinks for a moment. You mean go and lie in the mud in his place? You explain Arthur only moves so takes over for him. Alright, so it's funny. Prosser shakes his head in such a manner suggests he's really ruler of the world, and you tactfully forbear from mentioning you won't be troubling him much longer. Luckily, he follows you back towards Arthur. He lies in the mud. Arthur feels ready to follow you to the pub. Which way is the pub? South? Okay, Arthur follows you on the pub to the west. Alright, so we have in the pub. I don't want to blow this. I'm going to save it another game here. Pub. Buy cheese sandwich. How do you know to do that? Okay, behind the bar is a shelf. Examine shelf. Behind the bar is bottles, glasses, beer mats, peanuts, plenty of white cheese sandwiches. So buy peanuts. You buy some peanuts, which you'll need later. Buy cheese sandwich. The bar will give you a cheese sandwich. The bread is like the stuff that stereos compacted. The cheese will be great rubbing out spelling mistakes. And margarine and pickle have performed an unidentified chemical reaction to be something that shouldn't be, but is turquoise. This is clearly unfit for human consumption. You're grateful to be only charged £1 for it. Buy beer. There are 6 pints of beer. 3 for you, 3 for Arthur. According to the Hitchhiker's Guide, you cushion your system. During the first pint, you mention to Arthur that you're from a different planet. Makes a little impression. This surprises you. Throw something that interests people. Drink beer. Goes down well. I hope Arthur's drinking the beer. Give fluff to Arthur. Arthur, drink beer. Drink beer. Alright, so Arthur ran away now, because that's what I did before. So I want to give him the fluff, so that when I come back to the present, I'll have the fluff. But he's not going to take fluff unless he's drunk. Or he's like somewhat tipsy, at least. Did I already blow this? Small dog chases after him, yapping, but ignores the dog gulps uncomfortably. So this is the dog that eats the microscopic space fleet. The fact that it gulped uncomfortably, did that mean he already ate them? I'm not sure. Let's give cheese sandwich to dog. I think I messed it up somehow. Where the... Follow Arthur. Oh, I have to go out. I think I blew it already somehow. The dog in the bamboo tries to bite your hand. Yeah, so the dog already somehow ate them. God damn, what did I do wrong? Alright, let's load the state. That's why I knew I was going to mess it up somehow. Buy cheese sandwich. Forget the peanuts. You don't have to buy it. Buy beer. Drink beer. So I have to do something. I have to go out and feed the dog first, I guess. Otherwise, the dog eats them. All right, let's do it again. Buy cheese sandwich. Buy beer. Out. Where's the dog? I think what's going on? There's a weird. I mean to do that. Why am I not able to feed the cheese sandwich to the dog? So what's going on here? Where's the dog? Beats me. You're supposed to feed the dog. Maybe the sandwich needs ketchup. I don't think that's the issue. I think it's just that there's something wrong with the timing here. The dog gulps uncomfortably. Well, let's try this again. So Arthur took it. Let's see what happens now. Alright, so Arthur has to give it to him. That's interesting. I forgot about that. So through the window you see him running up the lane. A small dog chases after him, yapping. He throws in a cheese sandwich. The dog devours the sandwich with passion and ignores a passing microscopic space fleet. Okay. Follow Arthur. You rub the lane after Arthur. He passes a serene dog. Fake not harm. He has died today. Arthur dead this year. Give fluff to Arthur. Okay, Arthur Hiccups takes the fluff and sticks it in his pocket. That's what we needed. And now kill Prosser also, I guess. But I don't know if Ford can do it. Yeah, you can. Alright, examine device. I think Arthur can take it from here. Alright, dark. Now a little look. Look. Z is weight, same thing. Here. Aft. Aft. Okay, now, do I have the satchel fluff? Yes, I do. The gown contains satchel fluff. So now I have all four kinds of the fluff. What happened to the other flower pot? Okay, I have it. Put plant satchel fluff in flower pot. In a small hole, usually place the fluff at the bottom and cover over. Plant pocket fluff in pocket fluff in flower pot. Okay. What else? Where's the rest of the crap? Oh, I did this right. Plant jacket fluff in flower pot. Get jacket fluff. Plant jacket fluff in flower pot. Get cushion fluff. Plant cushion fluff in flower pot. Okay, now up, 4, up, and go into the sauna. It's hot. Oh, that didn't work. I did something wrong. I thought planting the fluff in the flower pot, taking it to the sauna, would make whatever flower grow in there. Is that, can I get the fluff? Get jacket fluff. Can't see a jacket fluff here. Alright, I think, did I do something? I hope I didn't do something wrong or too early or something. I don't think I did, but maybe just in case, should I restore it? I think just in case, I'll restore it. I know what to do now anyway, it's no big deal. Buy cheese sandwich. Buy beer. Give sandwich to Arthur. Drink beer. Again. Out. North. Wait. 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 Here. Aft. Aft. Alright. Up. Let's save the game. One more scenario we got to go to. That's the microscopic space flea where we got eaten by the dog last time. This time we won't get eaten by the dog. Put generator switch. I want to build to here. Nope. Stop. Good. Should be a worse insult. Why did you get the vacuum? I'll get the all. I'll just wait. Simple act of kindness, the motive of great personal anxiety. You fed the dog, remember now, brings rich rewards. And the battle fleet plunges towards Earth and spots the dog, which appears to be a gigantic monster, cheerfully tucking into a cheese sandwich. The Vilhurgs and the Gugvunts are moved by this simple picture of happiness, compared to the furious savagery of their own lives. They think back to a day when they used to relax over an odd cheese sandwich themselves, often at sunset after a hearty day working in the fields back in Vilhurgon and Gugvia, and decide to return and rebuild their homes in a new spirit of harmony and cooperation. Grateful they offer dropping the heart of gold on the way home. On a brief 900-parsec trip, you are escorted to the transporter chamber of the warship. Transporter glows your surrounding changes. Now, the problem is, if you remember, you were microscopic, so they transported you aboard your own ship. You're still microscopic, and that's why you're in a maze, a spongy green maze with twisting little synapses. You've somehow managed to get yourself teleported inside your own brain. That's where we are right now. There's something blocking the path to the astronauts, a large black particle. There seems to be some faint markings on it. Examine particle. As you look closer, you see, inscribed in the titles of the particle, Sense Common for Dead Arthur, for replacement order part 31541. Remove particle. Alright, so that ends the scenario. But what I've effectively done is got inside my own brain and removed my common sense. So what does that do? Well, it does a lot, actually. Get the tea. No tea dropped, right? Let's see, do 3. Get no tea. No tea taken. So because I have no common sense, I'm now able to carry both no tea and tea at the same time. Because I have no common sense. That's the way that works. And now, go down here. Let's go aft. If you remember, there was a door here that would have let me in. Open screening door. Doors almost speech with admiration. Wow. Simultaneous tea and no tea. My apologies. You are clearly a heavy-duty philosopher. It opens respectfully. Uh-oh. Oops. If I enter the room, you're battled by tidal waves of depression. That's the quarters of Marvin the android. I forgot. I'm battered by tidal waves of depression. Let's reload. Looks like I saved it right here. Get no tea. Down. Aft. Open screening door. What can I do to combat that depression? Well, it's time we finally have a nice cup of tea. 100 points for that. It's the finest tea you ever tasted, and those makes the entire misadventure seem worthwhile. You experience several moments of complete happiness and relaxation. This is like when I drink Diet Coke, so I totally understand that. And now, let's go in the door. When I enter the room, you are battled with tidal waves of depression. However, the happiness derived from your high score and that thoroughly excellent cup of tea you had recently helped you to survive. Marvin's pantry. The small closet exits the starboard. Marvin the Porander is here. The Hero Fusion Chisel here. So get chisel. Now, what you're supposed to do is ask Marvin to open the hatch. I'm not sure if I'm actually ready to do that yet. I think I missed something. Save state. New 4. Marvin, open hatch. If you remember, the computer didn't want to open the hatch until it did 15 years of checks first. So I did it too early because humans are. It says, do this, pick up that. We needed the hatchway access space in 12 turns. I suppose you can count it with 12. So hard to do it more. And don't forget to bring the proper tool. So I don't know what the proper tool is. That's the problem. So let me load the save game. I think it's too late, too early. Now, why can't I? Why did that stuff work before? Consult guide on fluff. Four pieces of fluff lie on the galaxy, each confer 1/4 of a seedling of a tree with amazing properties. I thought you should plant them in the flower pot. I still think you're supposed to do that, but for some reason it didn't work. It didn't work before. This didn't seem to work. Maybe just put the. Let's see, inventory. Put fluff in pot. Why did this work before? What am I doing wrong here? So I'm missing a piece of fluff now. Where's the satchel? Oh, shit. I forgot to give the satchel fluff to Arthur when I finished that scenario, so I gotta go back and do it again. Damn it. But I could just. I don't have to reload, I could. But it makes no difference, does it? I could just do it again, actually. But it's. Might as well just. Buy cheese sandwich. Buy beer. Give sandwich to Arthur. Drink beer. Anybody still here? What are you guys doing? Been very quiet in the chat lately. Alright, out. North. Equal to northern. I'm glad you're still here. Give fluff to Arthur. Okay, now wait. You're a dog? I'm just redoing what I did before. Give me a second. What did here, right? Yeah. You're very 2 hours asleep. Oops. Move particle. I had a temporary visitor. Okay, here. Aft. Aft. Up. This is like freaking out my computer here. It's not that. Get T. Get no T. Alright, let me save it again. I still don't understand why the flower pot thing didn't work. I must have something wrong with that. Okay, let's try that in fact now. There's satchel fluff now. Put satchel fluff in flower pot. So that's supposed to do with it? I don't recall. I don't think so. Maybe I can't actually get the fruit though until I talk to Marvin. Put pocket fluff in flower pot. Down. Aft. Down. Get jacket fluff. Oops, fluff over here. No. Get jacket fluff. Put jacket fluff in flower pot. Get cushion fluff. Put cushion fluff in flower pot. Was it the water or something? I don't have any water, do I? There's no water in this whole damn game that I remember seeing anywhere. Hey, how's it going? Where? Wait a second. Is there some place that's going to make it wet or something? Make it rain? I thought going to the sauna would do it. But it doesn't do anything. Oh, that is the right thing to do. You notice a tiny movement from the flower pot. You look close and see a tiny sprout poking out of the soil. Okay. If I go into the steam room now... Yes. After sounds you come out and change man, you know that you would change plant. Okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Examine flower pot. I was trying to loud leafy plant. Examine plant. Hanging from a large succulent fruit. Get fruit. Okay. Now let's go do that stuff we were doing before. I got the tea ready. Alright, so down. Aft. Open screening door. Okay, simultaneous tea and no tea. Drink tea. Okay, my score is 350 now. Port. $375. I think 400 is the maximum score. Whew. Your high score and throw next code to you to survive. Alright, get the chisel. Marvin, let's save it first. If you're not there when he tells you to show up, then you lose. So this should be the end of the game, though. Marvin, open hatch. Alright, so be 12, come in 12 turns and make sure you bring the proper tool. Eat the fruit. Rosie's zesty taste, you devour greedily. Suddenly your vision waves, she notices those participants standing near Marvin who asks you for a laser-assisted monkey wrench. Then the image is vague like a movie the film breaks, trying to stay in the car after that. This plant is a rare horticultural phenomenon long thought to be extinct. The tree of foreknowledge. Alright, so that's 2 turns. 3 turns. Do I have the monkey wrench? 4 turns. Yes, I do. Get wrench. That's 5 turns, right? Now, so that's 6 turns, maybe. Again, if you try to go port from here, wait, not port, is it? Starboard. Small access space is starboard. That's just so narrow you probably couldn't pass by holding anything. Well, maybe one thing. This is the reason why you need the fruit, because you have to know in advance what item you have to bring with you into the thing. And the way the game works is you're collecting all these items from all these different places throughout the game. If you make any mistakes anywhere, you don't get one of the items, he will always ask for that item that you don't have. If you happen to have everything, then it'll ask for something at random, and then you need the fruit to know which one it is. So drop all except wrench. Starboard. I can't even do that. Drop gown, or remove gown. I may have already ran out of turns. Drop gown. I see. I went to the access space, you never showed up. I was misled to think you wanted me to open the hatch, probably the fact that you asked me to. Obviously, you changed your mind. I misunderstood or you're a moronic imbecile. I wonder which. So that's why you have to be fast. Let's do that again. Remove gown. Drop all except wrench. Alright, starboard. This tiny area next to the ports working the hatch mechanism is really more complicated rather than ordinary intelligence can comprehend. Alright, so let's wait. Marvin shambles in. Marley boards has hand me lasers to the monkey wrench. Give wrench to Marvin. Marvin fills inside the mechanism with lasers to the monkey wrench for about 3/10 of a second. You actually slide open. I don't expect to be grateful, says Marvin. You're interested. That's probably more complicated than every single action you'll ever perform in your entire life put together. He limps away, and me, he mutters, he goes, this terrible pain in all the diodes down my left side. Alright, port. And the hatchway is open. I was going to go out bare ass naked. You step into the landing ramp leading down to the surface of the legendary lost planet Magnathea. Announcement. This is the shipboard computer. Someone's leaving the ship on a strange path, now wrapping up all nice and warm. You're all in tears. I just know it. The voice fades behind you. The wind moans. Dust drifts across the surface of the alien world. Zaphon 4 and Trillion appear. Thanks a lot, guys, for all your help. And urge you forward. Suddenly, nervously, you step downwards, the cold thin air rasping in your lungs. You set one single foot on the ancient dust, and almost instantly, the most incredible adventure starts, which you'll have to buy the next game to find out about. The series scores formed with possible fighters. By the way, there was a causal relationship between you taking the toothbrush and the tree collapsing at the very beginning of the game. We apologize for the slight inaccuracy. And so that's the end of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We beat the game, or I beat the game. Obviously, this wasn't my first time. They never made another game, unfortunately. So this game does not even take you. This game takes you basically halfway to the middle of the first book. It does not get you beyond that. They were going to make another game called, the Restaurant at the End of the Universe or something similar. And there's a design document for it that exists somewhere on the internet, a partial design document. But they were never really able to get Douglas Adams to come back and actually do the work. And then I think he either he passed away before he was able to do it or what. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I don't remember when he died. I mean, he died way after that. So they just couldn't get bothered to do it. I'm not sure what the issue was. Or they ran out of money or whatever. Time to do some crowdfunding. Yeah, I mean, Steve Moretsky probably could do it. I think it's just end of session also. It's like, you're done. End of session. Goodbye. Doesn't say like you want to retry or whatever. I guess who the hell wanted to play it again? But anyway, it's in terms of like how far it goes in the universe, it's short. But like obviously there's a lot of stuff going on. I think it's a fun game, not an easy game. Although Infocom used to rate their games in terms of difficulty. Why is it doing that? If you look at this one, it says on it standard level. So there was introductory level, then there was standard level, then there's advanced, then there's expert. So this game is considered to be, at least by Infocom, I lost some pocket fluff there. This game is considered to be like an average difficulty game, which honestly is actually probably accurate because even though there's a lot of difficult stuff there, it wasn't impossible to figure out. And but yeah, but it wasn't easy either. Pirate Gear Boy says, "Do the Infocom game there, the box with the head mold?" Hold on a second, let me see if I have it here. Hold on. Hang on. So this is the game that Pirate Gear Boy is talking about. Suspended, a cryogenic nightmare. And you can take this mask off and put it on your face if you want. If you're not as fat as me, I guess. I don't think my face will actually fit into it, but that's the idea. Maybe it would. My eyes and nose and mouth probably fit at least. So yeah, this is one of their. This came out before they switched to the standard gray boxes, and there is a version of Suspended that's in the standard gray box, but this is the one that came first, and it's more sought after, obviously, and a little bit cooler. But anyway, this game came with it did, Pat Puck. See, here's one of the pieces of fluff that came with the game. No joke. I showed it before. No BS. Anyway, that was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Thanks everyone for being here. And there's an odd time, an odd game, and just random whatever. I just felt like playing it, and I'm not promising I'll never play it again. Maybe I'll do it again sometime if I get the urge again. But thank you to Pirate Gamer Boy for being here, leaving, coming back. Thank you to Palpuck. Thank you to Always Asleep. Thank you very much to Quilter Northern. Good to see you. And Ninja was here as well. Vile Water, I'm not sure who that is, but welcome to the channel. Gamers Grotto was here. J-Rock was here. Was that basically it? Oh, Matthew was here. I forgot. Hey, Matthew. Probably not here anymore. And E.C. Myers Vince was here in the beginning. And Ryan came and stopped and said hello. Bits and Glory came in and stopped and said hello. So we had a nice group of people here. So really appreciate everyone joining. 61 people altogether view this thing. Make sure if you're still here, you like it. Make sure if you're watching this after the fact, you're subscribed to the channel. If you want to see more stuff like this. Or if you don't, then let me know in the comment section. Or if you do, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. And thanks for everyone joining. I had a good time. Happy Labor Day weekend to everyone in the U.S. And happy weekend to those not in the U.S. And peace out, everybody.